energy forecast for August 2023. So on August 23rd, we have the sun moving out of his rulership in this Leo energy to take up a little bit of time and space in Virgo energy. So of course, this transition is definitely going to feel heavy and weighted because we're moving out of the sparky, excitable, fiery energy of Leo, and we're moving into an earth sign. Of course, Virgo energy being an earth sign ruled over by Mercury, ruler of the mental plane, we are definitely in for a lot of mental processing. So let's talk about it. The Leo energy kind of peeled back the layers of our ego self in order to reveal the real, raw, authentic version of ourselves, returning back to parts of ourselves that, of course, we need to in order to align with our higher self. The Leo energy, the Leo season provided us an opportunity to get real and raw and honest with ourselves, really analyzing what needs to stay, what needs to go in our lives in order for us to align with a new passion, a new desire, a new vision, a new dream, a new goal. Many of us, because of the aspects taking place in Leo season, had a change of heart, had a pivot point, really understood where it is that we were no longer in alignment with pushing for the dreams, the visions, the goals of our old self, and therefore really trying to figure out what it is that this new version of self wants us to pursue. So we had a lot of activations, we had a lot of different changes in our storylines, in our timelines, in our soul contracts. We were definitely heart activated time and time again in order for us to put the heavier emotional luggage down. We really need to understand where it is that we have to become a little bit more, I'm going to say, bold and brave and courageous to break away from what it is that we've been involved with, especially allowing our ego selves to build a realm of reality based off of our ego, passion, and desires. And of course, the Leo energy pushes us back into our authentic selves, our real true vibration of self. And the Leo energy, of course, wants us to truly express this new version of self through our physical meat suit that, of course, we have as a vehicle here to truly express our energetic soul signature on the world. So Virgo season is always a time when we come back down to earth. We come back down to reality. Of course, vacations are over, kids are going back to school, people are returning to work, and with that, we have to jump back into a schedule. The schedule, the to-do list, the routine of the run of our day is very important for our overall health and wellness. Of course, we have to really zoom in on the finer details of our lives. That's what the Virgo energy wants us to do. We have to rearrange, we have to reorganize, we have to restructure our day-to-day lives, especially where our thoughts are concerned. Mercury, being the ruler of the mental plane, ruler of the Virgo energy, definitely puts us in a situation where we have to become more aware of what it is that we allow to take place in our mental plane. The Virgo energy, mind over matter, what we focus on, what we allow to consume our time, our energy, our attention in our mental realm is what we actually manifest. It's what we bring into form. We have to be very careful with that. Now, the Virgo energy is highly critical, super judgmental, especially when it comes to self. We need to have these particular, I'm going to say, energies push us into dissecting our lives, our thoughts, our inner realm, our exterior realm, how we're moving throughout our day, because we can do better. We can improve. We can progress. Keep in mind that the Virgo energy is on the healing axis. The Virgo energy wants to focus on healing the physical realm, the physical body, the mental plane. We have to understand what it is that we're creating here in our physical realm. We have to peel back the layers of what isn't working, identify the problems in order to fix them. The Virgo energy is the fixer, the healer, the solution provider of the zodiac, but we have to become aware of what is broken, what is wounded, what isn't working in order for us to come up with a bigger, broader plan on how it is that we are going to, again, rearrange and reorganize. Now, especially seeing how we're coming coming out of this Leo energy where we have new hopes, new wishes, new dreams, new goals, new visions, we are going to have to rearrange our physical realm in order to get rid of the elements that, of course, are not going to do us any favors, not going to support and encourage us to reach this new goal, to walk this new path. And by getting rid of that, we have a space where we can either free up this space, keep it free in order for us to kind of simplify our lives, or at least create the space in order for us to initiate new things in our physical realm, in our physical lives. Now, granted, the Virgo season focuses in on the smaller details, which means that we may get tunnel vision. We may become so consumed with a certain topic, theme, area of our life that other things kind of get out of whack. Now, fear not. That's what Libra season is all about, is restoring the balance, restoring the, I'm going to say, ability to rebalance the scales of our lives after we fix, we heal, we repair some of the issues that, of course, Virgo season is going to help us do. We have to understand that this is, I'm not going to say a serious and somber time, although it kind of is. It's not a whole lot of fun because we have to get back to reality. We have to come back down to earth. And for many of us, we spend a lot of time avoiding the present moment in the here and now. But the earth energy, we need to root into the here and now. We have to be aware of our physical body. We have to be aware of our physical environment, and we have to stop running away from doing the hard things, such as cleaning up our environment, putting order where there's been chaos, really examining what it is that our lives are consisting of, and understand that we created that due to the focus, due to the energy in our mental plane. So yes, this is going to be a great time to get organized, a great time to restructure your day-to-day life, the roles, the responsibilities, the to-do list in your life. It is going to be an interesting dynamic because Mercury, the ruler of Virgo season, is going to go retrograde just hours after the sun moves into Virgo energy and will stay there for the majority of Virgo season. We literally have maybe 4 or 5 full days at the end of Virgo season where Mercury will be direct, but of course still in that post-retrograde shadow period. So it's going to be an interesting dynamic because, of course, we have all these planets in a retrograde. We are repairing and revisiting and reevaluating and reorganizing and restructuring anyways. And now we're moving into the time, to the season, to the energy where that is a major focus. So it is going to be a very interesting time to see how this Mercury retrograde is going to impact Virgo season as a whole. But what I'm going to kind of say is get used to doing the cha-cha, because we are going to do 1 step forward, 2 steps back, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. We are going to take 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It is a flow. And the whole point of Virgo season, I think this time around, is going to be whether or not we can go with the flow or not. Keep in mind, Virgo energy is a mutable sign, which means that as long as we have proof, evidence, statistics, data supporting a change, supporting a pivot point, we have no problem going with the flow and being fluid in doing so. It's just that in an earth sign, we are kind of slow. Yes, granted, we can make some slow and steady progress in moving forward, but again, with all of these retrograde planets, typically speaking, we aren't going to see much progress, much productivity moving forward, as we are going to see the progress and the productivity really focus on cleaning up the elements of the past, really clearing out, if you will, some of the energy, some of the elements, some of the aspects that are no longer needed for this particular path, this pursuit, and actually moving forward. So we're definitely going to be doers in this energy. We're also going to definitely get down to the nitty-gritty of coming up with a plan, coming up with a strategy on what it is that we want for ourselves, the direction that we want to take, the path that we want to pursue. And again, we are not making any kind of move unless it logically and practically makes sense to do it. That is the Virgo energy. That is the Virgo way. So with that being said, it's time to put the big girl, big boy panties on and actually deal with the circumstances of your life. Actually realize what needs to stay, what needs to go. actually process where it is that you're holding on to elements of the past that the old version of self was really excited about that now you're not in alignment with. And as much as we want to plan and progress in moving forward in a path and direction that takes us away from here, we can't just walk away willy-nilly. We do have to bring a certain ending, a certain closure, a certain completion point to some of the topics and the themes that we've outgrown that we're no longer wanting to pursue. So it should be a very interesting dynamic to see what actually happens in Virgo season. I would suspect that on the greater, grander global stage, we're going to see a lot of effery. I would say that there's going to be a lot of new information that kind of gets percolated, rising to the surface in order for a reaction from the collective to actually take place. And it wouldn't surprise me with all this retrograde energy that we actually revisit some topics, some themes, some storylines that, took place in the past, in the not so distant past. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge on the global restrictions, the global limitations. Whether we are going to abide by that or stand for it this time around, that choice remains to be seen. But I think we are going to definitely see a lot of the past aspects be brought into the present moment, and to see where it is that the collective currently stands with trying to heal Mother Earth, heal our physical realms, heal some of the situations of the past that, of course, have totally derailed a lot of the plans that many of us had for ourselves. Individually speaking, I would say that we are going to definitely see a clean out of a lot of remnants that we've just been holding on to, that is just weighing us down, that is just preventing us from moving forward in the way that we would like. And so we will definitely be picking away at this very large puzzle, focused on all of the smaller puzzle pieces that make up this greater, grander image. And hopefully by the end of Virgo season, we will have brought a lot of organization, a lot of order to our lives, and of course be prepared for that equinox energy that Libra season brings in, that resets the scales, so to speak, and helps us to balance the areas of our lives that, typically speaking, will get out of whack as we concentrate on restoring peace, harmony, and balance to particular areas of our life under this Virgo energy.